As you can see from the title, today we are going to review another IU album. We are going to review her album, Secret. And just to let you guys know, this is one of my favorite IU albums of all time. Well, it's not first place, but it's in the ranks. So let's get started with reviewing IU's album, Secret. And also, this album was requested. This album was requested by quite a few YouTubers as well, so I do hope you guys enjoy the opinions I have on it. Let's get started. The first track is Not Yet. The album begins with this musical experiment. To me, when hearing this introduction, it really defined this album as a whole. It starts off slowly, but as it keeps going, it gradually gains momentum and power that kept developing throughout this song. And to be honest, I thought this was a nice touch because it's very IU and it's very easily grasped within her musical style. At least I thought so. And just waiting for it. The rock and synthetic elements are very typical of IU, but what makes this track stands out is the lingering power that's fused within her vocals, which is why when it reaches the climax, it leaves you wanting more. And in my opinion, this should have been a full track because this is awesome. I really love this about it. But I guess that's just one of the things that make you cherish it more, because since it's so short, you have to cherish its integrity within this album. Overall, great introduction. The next track is Until That Day. Although it starts off as like an interlude, I will say it quickly evolves into this interesting rock track that's laced with some fast-paced arrangements and catchy vocals. Even though I will say it's not my favorite on the album, I will say IU's vocals are quite strong here. Like, her vocals are very strong, like, I will say this album does represent IU's vocals. There's the strength of what they can actually do, like right here. I really like this part. This was a really cool effect they put on her vocals right here. What makes this track more fun is that IU, as I said before, she's using some very interesting vocal abilities to merely amplify this song. So that's one of the things I can really say about this song. It's really good. The next track is Startin. Even after all these years, I can still consider this track as one of my most favorite songs from IU. This track is special to me for two reasons. Because it was within this time where IU's music really started to impact me. And the second reason is the arrangement to this was extremely well done. I just love the dancing vibe that was surrounding this tune. And it's just really fun to grasp to, and I really like that about this track. I also love this track because this was the track that signalized IU as having the most #1 singles. Yay! This made her have the artist have more #1s than any other singer, and I really like that about this track. And then plus it has this catchy chorus that seems to thrive in other awesome songs. Sorry, but overall, this song is definitely worth the listen, and the lyrics to this are quite exceptional. As always from IU, but always awesome song. The next song is One Love. This has to be one of my most favorite songs of this album. I love this song. You guys have no idea. Like, Oh my gosh. I remember when I first heard this song, I squealed. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, there are so many things I love about this song. It's so hard to begin, but let's get started. I love how she mixes her lower pitch vocals and now fast beats in order to create this lingering sense of power within this song. She also tackles this type of feistiness that wasn't really relevant in the previous 3 tracks, and in the chorus tackles IU's vocals into this intense, feisty atmosphere that reeks in amazement. I also appreciated the lyrics within this track, because in this track, she's talking about a person who's confident within living in their own style without having to worry about anyone else, which therefore relieves her relationship broken as she becomes sleepy with it, as IU stating within the lyrics. For some reason, I've always interpreted it as a way to see that person not viewing love as surrendering, but before she leaves the relationship altogether, because before she becomes blinded by love. But I noticed she doesn't realize that she's being used or abused by the lover. So in a way, the lyrics are interpreting, yeah, people are going to talk about her breaking up from those relationships, but it doesn't matter what they say because she's always searching for that one love. And I found that really interesting with these lyrics. And the video to this was quite interesting as well. So this was an awesome track. The next track is It Was. To be honest, I found this track more on the mellow side. Even when it reaches its chorus, the instrumentals to this are pretty slow throughout the whole song, and IU's vocals are pretty much calm. There's not really nothing to gush about them. Although it's not my favorite track, I can appreciate this song because of the lyrics. They talk about someone reflecting back on a season they've spent with a lover that they're no longer with. That person feels confused and lonely as they think back on that relationship that was so short, and they wonder what went wrong, yet they continue to walk forward no matter what. Even though this is a simple song in her discography, I will say I enjoyed the calmer atmosphere that it displayed, since it gives off this allusion to a season, and I really like this about it. So, although it's not my favorite, it's definitely not a bad track. The next track is Labyrinth. This is our first actual interlude for this album, and to be honest with you guys, I really enjoyed listening to this. It was a calm, majestic piece that provides this perfect complexity in the instrumental that keeps the listener, well, listening. The instrumentals are mostly piano and other sound effects, but when listening to this, I will say I always feel this sudden calmness overwhelming my heart, because I find the music very beautiful. I can never skip this song. Every time this song comes on, I have to listen to it all the way through because it's that beautiful to me. The next track is Jewel. IU has a wonderful talent when it comes to creating ballads. Year after year, she creates a new song that feels different yet similar all at once. And Jewel fits into that category and is easily one of her best standout tracks. It's a great ballad featuring piano and some synth beats, with a whole lot of emotion coming from IU's voice. IU is one of the few people where I can believe the emotion from her voice, and that's not forged just for the song. I feel with IU, I can actually believe that these are lyrics actually coming from the heart. And this song easily emphasized that because I really love this song. I love the way she sings this. A lot of people I know diss this song, and I don't know why, because this is a very beautiful song, especially when it reaches the chorus. I really love this. There was no grand instrumentation here. It only consisted of Ayu being backed up by that piano and various background beats that I can't really name. Although it lacks in that department, I still thought the melody sounded very full, especially during the chorus. Overall, this track is highly recommended. The next track is Momentum. Now we move on to an even sadder winter ballad. I love this introduction. Listen to this. That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, guys, sorry, I'm such a sucker for wintry ballads. I really am, because they're so beautiful. Very beautiful. I love how that violin accompanies Ayu's voice alongside the wintry synth atmosphere. And you also, that with that piano that was intermingled with the keyboards. In a way, this kind of reminds me of M because of the sweeping elements and the emotion that moves before when it reaches its rocking chorus. This song, it always hits me because I always get overwhelmed by how beautiful and how simple it is. I can never ever tire of this song. This song, it impressed me greatly because of its depth upon the listener, which therefore intensifies the entire atmosphere that this song represents. The next track is Tascus. This is our second interlude on this album. To be honest, when I first heard this, I was surprised we got this so soon because we just heard one not too long ago. This kind of had a more of a musical box effect before it shifted into this guitar solo. We're not there yet because I'm talking too fast for the arrangement, but I'll skip it to that part. I really love this effect for this because it was really good. It really solidified the shift of change for this album, and Ayu did that really good. And then suddenly we hear these men in the background going, oh. But either way, I still thought it was interesting. And then to intensify my curiosity even more for this interlude, it finishes off with the same musical effect that it started with, and I thought that was a nice touch. It intermingles this perspective about it that's really interesting to grasp to, and I really like this about it. The next track is Born to Be. This was a great song that had a great message. I love how it talks about the concept of not giving up and promising to move forward through all the obstacles that's faced in life. And I love how this song gives off a huge atmosphere and presence that's created by the numerous background singing and instrumentation. In a way, this reminds me of Bold and Delicious off her Misunderstood album, since that whole aroma of it screams something bigger than life, and I really like this about this song. It's not my favorite, but I do appreciate its instrumentation and the life it brings, because it really does create this lively atmosphere I can really appreciate. The next track is Beautiful Fighters. This was an interesting evolution in Ayu's music. I really like that cool synthesizer in the beginning because it emphasized the true message of this song, which highlights that girls are indeed tougher than they appear because they are beautiful fighters that will never give up despite how tough things get. In a way, this track reminded me of Real Me and My Name's Woman in terms of its similar message. But I still found it different in a way, and I found the lyrics easily appreciated because it is something I can relate to. Overall, I really like this song because it's so catchy and upbeat. Plus, the music video for this was funny as hell because we see Ayu and I believe her other dancers dealing with stressful and embarrassing situations, but never giving up despite their mishaps. And I really like this song. It's so cool. And it's so cute to sing along to. I really love singing this, especially when the chorus comes. We are beautiful fighters. So cute. Good track. The next track is Bluebird. Okay, out of all of her summer songs, this one is the best. I love how she uses the theme of the beach while at the same time comparing herself and her lover to birds about to take flight. That was very unique to me, those type of lyrics to hear. And her voice in this was so uplifting and beautiful. I can easily see why this song's so popular among IU fans, because the aroma about it is so perfect, especially when she trails into that chorus. I really love this song. I really love singing along to this. I'm in the car and me and my siblings, we sing this song to the top of our lungs. Like, it's just so cool to sing along to. Especially that la 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 part. I really love that part. La la, la la, la la, la la. I really love that part. Although the instrumentals can be almost compared to Fairyland, I still thought that this track showed its part of originality. Overall, an excellent song that defines J-pop at its best. The next track is Kiss Okil. This song starts out soft, but it gradually gets faster and more energetic as it processes. I love this song for its use of organs. I really love that. It kicks some serious booty. And also, well, not here, but I do notice later on, there's also voices in the background. And to be honest, I'm not sure of their significance to this song. I mean, I know I hear them at the beginning and near the end, but I've never quite solved their purpose for this song. Oh well. If I haven't figured it out now, I guess I'll probably never know. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments below, because I would like to know. Overall, this song kicks some serious booty based on the combination and power within the organs and the rock elements alongside her soaring vocals. This was a really awesome song, especially when it reaches the chorus, because it highlights her vocals at their best. Very well done. The next track is Secret. We finally reached the final track on this album, and what better way to end it than with a ballad? It seems within this song, we're finally catching a glimpse of IU's secret. This song is filled with insecurities as she watches the innocence of those around her, and she knows that she constantly has to hide her pain from others and fly alone, protecting the one wing that she has. She secretly hopes that a special person will come along the way and notice her and help save her from this false way of living before there's no hope left. I loved how she uses this one ring reference because it instantly reminds me of her song Endless Sorrow, since that whole song was about flying with one wing and offering your wing to another. But the thing I found different is that Endless Sorrow was a bit more hopeful, while this song was just depressing. Still, it's a great ballad that combined a nice orchestrated instrumentals that brought a calm finish to this great album. Overall, Secret is an awesome album for any new or long-time IU fan. This album has a tremendous amount of highlights that made each track stood out from one another, and I can easily see why top 10 IU albums of all time. And now I'll show you the pictures. This album is also one of my top albums in terms of album art. I love this picture. She looks so gorgeous in these pictures. I love this photo shoot for this album. Here's the CD. Here's the booklet, the DVD. This is one of my favorite IU albums in terms of visual art. I just love the art to this. She looks so stunning in these pictures. And I love that tattoo, even though I know it's like a painted on tattoo. I love that tattoo. Beautiful picture of IU. Love that smile. This is my favorite one out of the booklet. I wish I could have had this as a poster. That looks so cool. Here's the credits, along with a beautiful screenshot of IU. This is one of IU's best albums, in my opinion. I mean, I will admit it did seem a little rushed since it came right after Misunderstood within that same year. But the one thing I enjoyed about this album is the fact that it sounds so personal. I mean, all of IU's albums are always a bit on the personal side, but this one felt extremely emotional, and you gotta give her props for that. So that was my review for this album. I do hope you guys enjoyed the opinions I had on it. As always, thank you very much for watching this video. As always, if you have requests, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or inbox me, doesn't matter. I'll get to it eventually. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.